like the Miami Heat are doing exactly what the NBA feared coming into the season. And keep in mind, they're not fully healthy, okay? They added Khalil Ware. He's starting to really develop over the last few years. Bam Adebayo is developing at an insane rate. Davion Mitchell is fitting in like a puzzle piece. And, I mean, all of these guys. Norman Powell, nasty, right? Every single one of these players in the rotation are doing a really good job. And right here, they're going to do this little play where they're going to send it to this strong side low post, okay? Now, keep in mind, we have Khalil Ware sitting in the weak side dunker spot. Essentially, dunker spots are on these low posts. Usually, you want to sit on the weak side because we want to draw this big over, whether it's because we drive or it's because we have a post up right here drawing the defense in. So, keep that in mind. We're going to get Larson to that soft spot of this defense. Now, you already start to see Vucevic rotate down. Boom. This is what we call a blender. Whenever a defense is stuck in a blender, that means the defense doesn't have enough guys to guard everyone, right? Ware's pretty much wide open. And the one place you don't want someone to be wide open is that dunker spot, right? So Larson sees it, throws it up, and Ware is so big, so athletic. He's able just to throw this thing down with ease. And that's what's scary about this team is they have figured out a way to dominate not only man but zone defenses because of their ability to, one, space the floor, and then B, they just have a lot of guys who are unselfish, right? And what I wanted to do in this video was break down the film. So before we do so, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button if you can. Helps out so much, but also hype the video. This is a new YouTube feature, and I guess it helps tremendously in terms of getting it out to more Heat fans. So let's do that, and let's dive into the video, man. They blew out the Miami Heat. I mean, the Chicago Bulls last night. Now, they've also done a really good job this year picking up the pace in transition, not taking too much time to get the ball up. We all know, right, if you watch the NBA, that the easiest offensive opportunities come from a good defensive possession leading into a transition offensive opportunity, right? And right here, kind of what you get. They're a little bit more set up than you'd want them to be, but they're kind of in a scramble a little bit. And as they're bringing the ball up, you see Isaac Okoro points to it down, but he's playing way too far into the paint where we just kick this thing over Powell. And look at how much separation we have. Again, that's because when we're out in transition, these defenders tend to just go too far back into the paint. They give you a little bit of space, not knowing you could just pull up a shot. And Norman Powell is that guy. That is the guy that they're missing last year. I know you have Tyler Hero, but now you have Tyler Hero and Norman Powell. Okay, and that is going to make a big difference with this offense. When is Tyler Hero supposed to come back? Let me know in the comments. Perfect example of getting out in transition right here. Now, the first thing that we notice is they have no big man. So Larson, as he's bringing the ball up, he understands, throw the thing up there, right? There's no big man. They have Booz Ellis, but we all know Khalil Ware is just a lot bigger, right? So right here, you have basically 2 to 3 guys in the paint, but there's nothing they can do because Vucevic is still not back. This is why you take advantage of defenses in transition and one, sound dumb, easy money, great offensive possession, leads to an easy and one bucket. Here we go again. Guess what? We're in transition. Guys, this is what Miami's doing this year, getting out in transition, forcing your defense to set up, and because we have so many shooters out there, good luck guarding everybody. Davion is going to get the ball to the top. First thing we notice here, guys, is look at the overload of this defense to the top side. We have space, and this corner guy is going to have to cover not only point A and Norman Powell, but also point B in the corner. So, boom, we're going to swing it. Now that rotation is starting to happen from the paint. So if we can swing it again, we have a little bit of separation here to the corner. This is why we attack transition defenses. Boom, we catch the ball, we have separation. He's not up in the grill, and we're just able to pull that thing up and get it to go on the strong side. I mean, just a great job by Davion attacking, drawing 3 defenders in, and finding the open man. I hate how I always do that. And really quickly, guys, do me a big favor. Like I said, hit the like button, but most importantly, subscribe. If you want more Heat videos, I plan on posting them almost every single game, probably around noon the next day. But if you guys want more of these, just subscribe, turn on post notifications. That way you're notified when we do post these videos. And yeah, with that being said, let's continue to dive in. The NBA season is in full swing, which means we all have a chance to over 1,000x our money during this year's NBA season. Now, before I get into my picks for tonight, I do want to show you a big offer that they're giving right now. If you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match up to $100, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 to use on the Sleeper app. If you put in 50, they're going to give you 50, right? It is an absolute cheat code. But what I am putting in for tonight is Giannis over 30 points. They're taking on Cleveland. He usually has really good games versus Cleveland. I think he is going to have a big night tonight. Probably will get to the free throw line a ton. I also like Evan Mobley to have a little bit more assists because they have Giannis guarding him majority of the time. He likes to kick out, draw double teams in certain areas of the floor. And I think he's going to have a lot of assist opportunities. We also can look at Khalil Ware versus the Knicks. I think he's going to have 10 or more points in this game. And this is 20 to win 70. You guys can obviously put more, put less, whatever you guys want. And again, use promo code DUBS. You'll get a $100 match deposit on your first deposit, depending on how much you put in. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states, so check out Sleeper today. Another good job here by Jaime. We're going to have the ball in the strong side corner, and all we're really doing is reading and reacting to the defense. Now, they start to play what we call an in-the-gap defense to the top side, and what that basically means in the gaps is they're playing the inside gaps. So if you drive to the inside, we're going to stagger a guy over. You see how they're showing the double, right? They're basically saying, Jaime, if you want to move to the middle of the floor, you're going to get double teamed. We're not going to allow you through those gaps. Right, that's just what they're doing. But again, when you do that as a defense, you have to understand that if you have a guy like Norman Powell sitting out here and you see how far he is from the three-point line, that's because he's got range. That means he could shoot the ball. So we kind of stagger. We quickly kick this thing over. Now look at how much separation Norman Powell has. Catches pretty much at the logo and shoots this thing. I'm going to call this wide open. He doesn't really have a great contest opportunity here. A little bit late. Easy money, another big bucket for this team. Look at this play right here. So we're going to set up a little bit of a DHO. First thing that we notice is we have a mismatch down low. I know we're setting our guy across the formation here, but we're going to see kind of Ware kind of sit in that dunker spot. Again, low post. We're going to have a DHO, which is a dribble handoff here. We're going to get the ball, get a screen, come off this thing very quickly. We want to attack the paint off this screen. So, boom. Get that quick little handoff. You see Josh Giddey kind of braces as if the screen's going to hit. Never hits. We cut immediately or roll immediately to that basket with Davion Mitchell. And boom, from here, you see the defense start to rotate from the post. Okay? As these guys take steps up, guess who's open? Back door or low post, whatever you want to call it. Dunker spot wide open is Khalil Ware. Now, Davion does a great job finding him down low for what is an easy dunk underneath the basket. Luckily, he doesn't slip on the ball here. Oh, that wasn't even him. Either way, perfect play by Davion. Coming off that screen, attacking the paint, getting Okoro to bite up, and then he looked up at the basket to get Okoro to overcommit to the shot. Perfect execution. Another crazy play. We're going to get a double off-ball screen here. Norman Powell is going to come around both of these screens. He actually initially was the screener, and now we're going to screen the screener, right? Boom, boom, come around this thing pretty quickly here, but we're going to read our defender as we come off this little screen. We're going to see he goes, why do I always do that? He goes underneath the screen, okay? So whenever your defender goes underneath, we will actually want to either stop and pop a three or take this back around the other side, okay? So as Norman Powell reads the defense, boom, he stops on a dime, takes in the other direction. Now we create that initial double team. You see how Vucevic rotates over? This guy was rotating over. We over the head pass this thing to Bam Adebayo. As we're driving in, we're going to create some rotation from Kevin Huerter. Obviously, he has to. But now we have to expect maybe a backdoor cut and a kind of get to the corner with Larson. Puts a lot of pressure on Josh Giddey to defend one of them. So Bam gets the ball. Boom. Great cut by Ware. He cuts to the basket. Josh Giddey immediately follows. We're going to look at Ware, but we're also going to understand we've got a corner open as well. So we kind of manipulate this defense just enough to find that corner open. And again, you see a lot of their shots today came with closeout separation. Pull up three, easy money, gets it to go. And at this point, it felt like the game was over. I mean, 81-59. Bam, drives in again, sprays it back out to Davion, who gets into the paint, and puts up a nice little floater at the basket. Again, ultimately felt like it was over. Felt like there was nothing this team could do to stop this Miami Heat offense, because Bam and Norman and Davion and Ware just did a great job to pull up mid-range there. It's so tough to stop. I don't know, man. I think this team is pretty damn good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.